Alright, let's talk about the Schloss spawns at the start of the game. There are 3 spawns that could potentially get the pent. So unlike DM3 where the yellow spawn will pretty much always get pent, on this one there's certainly a close race to get to it. I would say this spawn is the favourite to get to it, and instead of DM3 where you press back left, you could try pressing forwards and left on this map, and that will help you very subtly to slide down here and get a running start towards this pent. Okay, so that spawn is probably the favourite to get the pent. This spawn here also has a very good chance, especially if you execute the jump well. So forwards, nice circle jump, straight to pent. Okay, and then the third spawn would be this one up here on top of quad. And I think a few years ago, especially when people were less experienced on this map, you could often win this race just by doing a big jump like that. These days, I think it's a lot less likely, and I think this spawn should often come in third place to that race. So if you're able to, even though it's tempting, I think ignore that, come along here, drop down onto quad. Okay. But either way, if you're second or third to the pent and the enemy gets it, you can definitely still mega and GL, which is important to do. Okay, let's quickly talk about what to do if you've got the pent. If you've got the pent, then you obviously want to be one of the second rocket launchers. Personally, I would normally go to tower, so I'd be thinking tower on 31. And what do I want to do? I want to turn up to that tower rocket launcher with an armor. So ideally, I'd be getting this rocket launcher, this red armor, on somewhere between 23 and 27 seconds to give myself that opportunity to get to that tower in time. If that is delayed, and I'll talk about this a bit more in a second, but if that's delayed, then I'd probably be thinking about this yellow armor here on 22, 23 let's say, and then coming back over for the tower. You could of course go to cap, but I think the more natural step is to come and take this one. Let's talk about this spawn here. This spawn here, there isn't really a whole much to do. Ring is there, which might be tempting, but I think most people are just going to take this and then go for the red. And then at this point, look on overlay if you have overlay turned on, or listen to team messages. Is it team pent or enemy pent? If it's team pent, I would leave the red, and if it's enemy pent, I would delay it as long as I can, because if I can delay this red to 9 seconds, let's say, or 10 or 11 seconds, then that means that pent cannot take the next red and get to that tower rocket launcher that we just spoke about. So he's going to have to resort to getting the yellow armor. There is a spawn here, and this spawn, I've seen some discussion about, you could potentially fight this guy, or you could maybe steal his yellow. But I think the more natural thing to do is come along here, take the ring, and then see what's happening here. You've got a similar discussion to make about who takes the red, whether it's delayed, and so on. This one is very simple. You're just going to take the tower, and then probably just simply take the yellow here. And that leaves this spawn here, and this spawn here. And these two should both just run and fight for this rocket launcher. This is the one that's probably going to win the race, but in this spawn here, there's nothing else you can really do other than try and fight for that rocket launcher. And whoever gets it is probably going to be able to kill the other guy with ease and come up here and stack up with the health and the yellow armor.